Okay, so there we go. So go back to the situation. So anyway, so go back to what I was saying about Amanda Perez, that she don't understand that with the reason why the Latinos that who said all Latin American bashed, not just her, Jennifer Lopez, who's Puerto Rican, both of them Latino Hispanics. It's because in the past there have been, like I said, Hispanic people who portray themselves as white when they're actually mixed. And I'm sorry to let you know they were Afro descendants in Mexico, besides the Caribbean and Central South America. And don't forget that that's not the Spaniard, Native, and Black, and they deny it. It's no different what Rosa Perez said about Rana Vierga, who's also essentially LGBT as well. He's gay. He's Venezuelan American. Hope not related to Mariah Carey, but he made fun of Michelle Obama, calling her playing apes, La Flaca, okay, and he got fired. To show that Laura Stefan's niece on her husband's side, Lily is on Lily Esteban, okay, and Lydia, whatever, Lily Esteban, and so point is, the thing is that in Brian Encina, who attacked Sandra Bland, he's Mexican American. Geronimo Yanes is the one that killed Fidel Castell as well. You had George Zimmer, who's, okay, remember these are two Mexican American. I'm talking about Brian Cena and Geronimo Yanes in Minneapolis. And so you have the same situation with George Zimmer, who's part Peruvian, who killed Trayvon. And then here in Houston, not too far from here in Baytown, we have Pam Turner killed by his Mexican American cop. Okay, so when you hear a Latino say all lives matter, and you go back to this Mija la Raza, message that some Latinos, Hispanics feel that they're white, and they take sides and kiss up to white supremacy, and they forget that brown people who do look racially bigots like them, who mix with the Native Spain and the African blood, make them exotic looking. Like in your case, you do look like you have some African blood in you, okay, that live with the features, okay, Amanda Perez. However, okay, they forget that, ignore it, and try to emulate white supremacists towards African Americans and people. And this goes back when they put Latinos, classify them as white, but socially knowing that they're not white, they're mixed and brown, they're Spaniard and Black descendants. That and when they have the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo bill, okay, and some Latinos who did not understand that they used the white categorization to put them in the workforce because they didn't want to put African American people because slavery had ended. Remember, and they put the African Hispanic people in those, especially those Mexican American, in those jobs that are low paying. Like, you ever heard the term I said cotton picking, straw picking? Why I use that word? Like, it's not to make fun of African people or Hispanic people picking cotton and strawberries. It's the mindset. You told your oppressed. Many people, unlike me, I believe in fighting against it. Stop buying to confining to oppression to stay safe. Like, you don't have to be safe to be safe, stay safe to be safe, but at the same time, stop kissing up, stop trying to be this victim, and fight against it and go for the better. Instead of, like, for example, I don't whine about the immigrant taking a low pay position. Hey, more power to you on a low position, but I've been to school, I didn't finish college, I have a job corps certificate, and I'm trying to make my own business. I was homeless, no longer homeless, trying to make my own business online, and go for it. Go. I don't want low paying position. I wanted to have a scarcity mindset. We have very many people who come to me and say that they are taking our jobs. Like, what jobs you talking about? You talking about high positions that the white folks have? I don't want those positions as low paying. I want what the white, what Becky and Brad have. You can call me one white. Actually, I do got white blood in me. I'm not 100% African American. I don't call myself pure black at all. You can criticize me on one, but I won't go because I'm not looking for myself to have money. But when I get married, have kids, I do love women. Okay, with them, don't. And I want my children to be wealthy. I don't want to live in a ghetto body or whatever, living in poor economic situations. I want to live in like Trump's kids living, okay, with a big house and money. That's what I want. That's what I want for my future, and one for myself, and one for my future wife and kids and grandkids and great grandkids when I leave this world. So they be old money, okay. And a lot of minorities, I'm sorry to say this, and that's a lie. I've been told I have a scarcity mindset, and they fight over cotton picking and trying to jobs. And like, why do you use those terms? It's to remind you where the origin comes from. I love to use those terms like Aunt Jemima and and Uncle Ben. It's to learn where the origin of those words come from, so you can understand where I'm coming from. Because you can fight for some crumbs, and that's trying to go after a goal. That you should be going after gold, not fight for crumbs. And that's a poor man, poor woman mindset that a lot of minorities say this accuracy. Even when I got out homeless, he was explaining one time, we can get a job, brother, we can get a job. So, look, I want my own business. I'm tired of working for somebody who don't care about me, who wants to treat me like shit and pay me less. And if they pay me a lot, they only want my ass of color there because I'm like my white ancestor. And when I do put a multiracial category on the paper, they mad that I don't deny my heritage, and I'm not denying my mixed heritage to please people. I want to have my own business and work for myself. And that's not being lazy. Actually, it's a lot of shit that us entrepreneurs want to go through. We go through a lot of rejection. We go through a lot of people who don't want have a problem with the value of the product that's we're learning, but it's not for everyone. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to be the average crowd. Remember, it's 5%, a small percentage of people who are wealthy. So it tells you that people have been trained to be drones to society and be a worker and work for somebody and take shit all have their life and have all these health problems and not be truly free instead of having their own business and believe in making money without doing drugs and illegal or either a more activity, do something legit and have the mindset of winning. And that's the difference that a lot of people actually in Spain for sorry they don't have. And I said, but when I come across it's these arguments, they take away jobs, this and that. And I'm like, look, I don't want the low paying positions. I'm tired of being treated like the white man's nigga, and I'm not the white man's nigga, okay? You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference that some Africans have. But anyway, when you have this argument, you have Latinos, and let you know, and I saw when I was homeless, thinking I'm better, I have a job. I'm like, puta. You working for a white person. You don't own that shit. I mean, if you're so big and bad and you're better than me, at least own a company that's worthwhile, not a small business. Now, my pop store own a corporation like the white folks. Then you want to make fun of me, okay? And I would see you too. Look at the cotton picking mentality. You love picking your cotton and you're mad at me because I refuse to call me lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm smart. That knows it's a system. I listen to Norm Akowski, whatever his name is, in his videos, and the lot of stuff he talked about wage slavery and how they took some things out of the plantation and practice and tactics and put it in the workplace. Here in Texas, a part of real estate, and it's very big down here. If I was someplace else, I'd probably be working for somebody and still would have my instead of being an entrepreneur. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm bipolar as fuck. I do not want to deal with people with ugly ass attitudes who are not tell I might blow up and do something drastic and not, say, no, I'm trying to get myself in trouble, get a record. And I'm being real with you. I'm very psychotic when it comes to it because of how my family treated me as well. With their little slave mentality. So that's the whole reason why that I chose to work for myself. It's therapeutic. It's not being lazy. Most of us, not all of us are to be teachers. Not all of us to be entrepreneurs, but some of us are maybe entrepreneurs and it's best to work for myself. You learn that when you was on the street selling drugs, okay, and you discover you have a voice, you let the drug alone, and now you're singing. You're singing, you're singing, you've been like almost 20 years of your fame, next 2 years, between years, and you don't understand, as a Latina, as a woman with African blood, I can tell your features, and besides being a native, that you have people in the Hispanic community, and I'm not being anti-Hispanic. Like you can say, you have uncles that's black, and you have nephews that's black, skin, whatever. I have Spanish roots in Louisiana. Okay, my grandfather on my mom's side, so technically, well, my family on my mom's side, mom were doing knowledge, we're part Hispanic. Okay, we're not Latin American Hispanic, but Spain was not just in Latin America. It was in the Philippines. It was in parts of Africa, like Guinea and Morocco. That was in the Philippines. It was in the East Indies and Asia, mixing. It was in Guam. Okay, and so that includes Spanish origin. Okay, when they say Spanish, it means Spanish origin. Is the majority of Spanish origin is known in Latin America, and actually one time Louisiana was part of Latin America, Nueva España. Okay, do your research. If you're tired of people, just ignorant ass people, like you see, I'm tired of people too. But you need to educate yourself around Amanda Perez and understand that the reason why that people Hispanics who get this backlash by saying all lives matter, not just the Mexicans, even the Puerto Rican woman Jennifer Lopez did. Because and it was bringing her using the word nigga, okay, in Ja Rule remix, and actually, you know, it took the Ohio players, Sally's band, Soul Band, Ohio players song that Mariah Carey used in the Glitter soundtrack with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti, who's part Asian and part black, not part Hispanic. Well, he got Spanish roots in the Philippines, but he's not Dominican. Everybody thinks he's Dominican. He's part Filipino. Admitted that he was part of that when Tom Turner called him. So early in the morning. The thing is that the Jennifer Lopez got a lot of flack, even when she sang for Motown, because they still remember that All Lives Matter. Remember her using the N-word nigga. Look what happened to Kashi now, who's Mexican Rican. Okay? How he did the blood game, and he still referred to them as niggas. Now, no offense to anybody, if there was an African American person, I'll be real, who was dark skinned, like Kodak Black, in a Latino gang, use the words, for language, wherever I can speak, would it flow? Would it Mexican, Puerto Rican, Salvador, would it flow? No, it wouldn't. But somehow, I'm going to have to say some African American people, I do not believe in collectivism, have slave mentality. You cannot fight racism and still have a slave mentality. You know what I'm saying? While you're trying to find a solution, these folks have a mindset of remaining in the problem. And so they let this fool come in their game. And I know he was mad because his baby mama, who was 19 Dominican, right, was dicking down with the blood gang brothers. And out of revenge, he snitched on them when he was as guilty as they were. And he was still referred as niggas, and I have to get mad at the blood gang because you allowed this dude to degrade you. I remember a lot of Latinos. If a dude brother, you might shade and lighter was singing and it would flow, but I know, I'll be real with you, a brother darker than me, being a Latino king, saying the S word, the B word, it would not flow at all. It's an idea of respect that some brothers, I'm sorry, and sisters too, who've been in this country while African people don't like us. I don't defend that, but when they see that stereotype, you can't get mad. The people buying the stereotype and refer themselves as niggas, you know what I'm saying, and degrade themselves in a country that actually made for oppression and got rich off of slavery. Do you understand the context of that? So it's like, I guess the only way to be proud of themselves is to be exploited. And that's why I'm going to have a video about that thing. I still have on my phone where I talk about the Klan's version of Black Pride as we see today, okay? I'm sorry to call it. It's thinking about Black Pride. No, it's not. Based on actions, it's not Black Pride we're doing, okay? And none of us are pure black, but you know what I mean, okay? The thing is that when you come out and say all lives matter, and we look at a track record of Latinos being anti-black, saying the word nigga, beating people in the community in a badge, you know, like Brian Cena and are trying to be a neighborhood watch person like George Zimmerman, and we have gangs, Latino gangs in like LA, you know, fighting, you know, against African people who are not, you know, I understand the ones who act a fool, and I'm tired of those African people like LaQuisha Jones, which he did, but not everybody's LaQuisha Jones in Los Angeles or in the parts of the country bashing Latinos ready to fight. Okay, so don't be picking on people like the people who are Asian. When I see people picking on Asian people because of the neighborhood stores. Excuse me. Once you go at that neighborhood store, I ain't talking about the ones who are innocent, the ones who are guilty, and pick on the ones beating one, at the actual people, the actual individuals, not the people who own the store who are into that. And you need to pick your enemies. You know, don't be innocent people who got nothing to do with your shit. You know what I'm saying? But no. So when you came off with this all lives matter, you have to understand, sister, that you have people in the Hispanic community, whether Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, even the Proud Boys, a Cuban American runs that, okay? You know, one chapter in the country. Do you understand this anti-blackness in the Hispanic community? And you have Latinos who know they have black blood, don't want to admit it, and they pass off as white supremacists, even on social media, and you find out it's Latino, it's all the time that's a white person and stuff. That's why they're looking at that, okay? They're looking at all the track, even Veronica Vega called, was in the word nigga, and she's Cuban and Venezuelan. And then, you know, her and Mala Negra was on there, loving hip hop. You know, Mala Negra is a dark skinned Afro Latina. She's Spaniard and African too, from Dominican. She came out looking like a pure black person. And young Hollywood was making fun of the Tell Queen, making fun of her hair, even off camera, saying her hair is nappy. You know, anti-black stuff. That's what the folks are looking at, a track record. You know, Geraldo Rivera called his ass out when the OJ trial came in, he was the main one because the Brown family and the Nicole family was on OJ's side. When he came in top of them, they started being against OJ. Okay, and that's the truth. Okay, and he later on proved his bad behavior when he left and joined Fox News and even tried to show the peaceful protest, ignore peaceful protest of Black Lives Matter, and then next thing, showing the ones that's acting folks acting fool, and the brother had called his ass out. He walked off, and I'm glad he did. Glad the brother called him off in the Baltimore riots when for the gay situation for going on. You have to understand that you have Latinos who are anti-black and who don't like the what's the name, Antonio Batista came on when the George Floyd situation went on, and there was a riot, and it was mostly Mexican American, wasn't Latin Kings, and there are Mexican American Latin Kings, but this they were trying to say it was Puerto Rican Dominicans, and this man who didn't do his research came on the dog line string and said, "Get those monkey people." You know what I'm saying? And I laughed because the dude got a Negroid nose. Little black, but he got a black nose. Okay, and he's saying all this shit. I just laughed at little coconut ass. With a straw pick mindset, not uneducated, not looking at things outside the box, not doing research, and not going on with the narrative. And that's why a lot of people are calling Latinos out because whilst we fighting for justice, you're gonna have those who think they're white, emulate white behavior, and this mejor raza mentality, the better race, let me kiss the white man's ass and kiss my white ass. The race girls me as well to get ahead. Even here in Houston, we had last year. There's a case, HCC, which is Houston Community College, where the African American people who worked there was getting discriminated against by Latinos. Two Latinos, one is a man, woman, a Latina, and is white woman. Okay, and that's going on here in Houston. So do you understand? The anti-black stuff coming out of the mouths of those in the community, and when you say all lives matter, it's like to shut up black folks. We're not pure black. Your life don't fucking matter, and that's what they're looking at. All lives matter. If all lives matter, then we wouldn't have racism. Okay, if all lives matter and all lives do matter in the eyes of God, but in the eyes of white supremacy, it don't when it comes to your color. And the reason why Latinos get ignored about this because you have Latinos, I'm sorry, like yourself, Latinx, whatever, not doing research. There are Latino lives movement. I support it. Okay, I got Spanish roots, and look at like the typical Hispanic. I'm also African American, Native American, but their lives matter. However, hold up, you have Latinos who think they're white and think that the police brutality is not happening. That's why it's besides the media, it's people in the Hispanic community who ignore these issues, and not bring it to the forefront, not protesting, and not trying to get. We see protests in Houston with the John Hernandez case. You see in LA, you see in other places, in New York as well, but it's not extreme. And one thing I gotta ask you, this Latina sister, you have an Afro Latina who runs Black Lives Matter, Lisa Garza. She's not ADOS. She's not American African descent. She's her parents from the border. She came out looking more African DNA. I don't know. She's Dominican, Afro Mexican, Puerto Rican, wherever Cuban, wherever she is. She is the one who's in charge of Black Lives Matter and getting paid by George Soros. So if you're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter and it's your Latina, Afro Latina sister, get on her ass about that, because one thing I do not like how she's running out Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I'm glad that Fox News they exposed the other sister who's ADOS taking money, because one thing I noticed there's no men involved. Call me if you want to, but they need to have more men in that movement, because yes, sisters getting attacked, but it's mostly men, and I even prefer a brother darker than me. Yes, this Buzzmine Shay and lighter, dude who had a white mom that's recently got killed, is lighter than me. However, the most ones in white supremacists, former ex-supremacists, actually he used to be a cop, he was also he used to be racist since the white man came out. So the bigger the black man, we're not putting the one drop romance, the darker he is, the more they fear. And you have the white cops, particular, like what happened with Mike Brown, they scared of dark skin, dark, like wasted that complexion. So I see why in hip hop and gangster rap, you have Ice-T who high yellow. He the famous Tupac. Milk Chocolate Snoop got the fame, but now it's like Tupac. Caramel Skin Dr. Dre didn't. Oh Yella, Easy E, they got rid of him. So the Dark Brothers, Kodak Black, you know, you know, and and Tupac, and they get more shine, okay, in the business of gangster rap because that mission show mentality back in slavery. You need to do your research before you start running your mouth about Black Lives Matter. And don't get me wrong, I said a lot of things about Black Lives Matter, the movement I am very against. And I don't like how of course, she's my sister too, because we're talking about Latin American fan outside the border, okay? This one fan from outside the border. Her name is Lisa Garza. She's Afro Latina. She run Black Lives Matter, and I don't understand how Latinos who want to trash talk Black Lives Matter do not go after her ass. She's part of your community from outside the border, okay? Yeah, she's a cool black woman society, although she's not a pure black woman genetically. However, her last name Garza is a Spanish last name. She ain't Spanish Creole in the family. Like down in the family, like my grandfather last name was Gal or Olga Asina, a Spanish last name in New Orleans, and Spanish Creole brother too. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, y'all not looking at that. And I need you to do your research about running your mouth about Black Lives Matter, and there's Latino Lives Matter, and then two, you get on those in the Latino community who make like I'm glad that Latino who's South American, who's Ecuadorian and Dominican, and listen to his channel. I think you look at his channel more. I don't always agree with Latino messages. However, he's calling it out too. The reason why all the everyone's against the DACA and stuff is anti-black Latinos who don't look black. Even the ones who do. You got those who look. I remember watching Casa, and there was a dude like typical, Hispanic, out of skin, non kinky hair. Man was for Black Lives Matter. His dark skinned wife, who was Afro Latina, was not. And she had C Blanco No Negro, some kind of club down there in Miami. And she had George Zimmer's picture on there. I mean, it was shocked to see it. No, it's not shocked. Because one thing I get tired of, Vince Tupac, the dog of the flesh, Steve Bruce, and Thompson Yule, who's part Latino as well, on YouTube bashing African women, especially this complexion. And, I'm going to call it like it is, it's the truth. So please do your research, because that's the reason why Latinos get bashed for saying all lives matter, when there's Latinos who are in a part of Black Lives Matter are supported, and it's also Latino Lives Matter that people are not bumping up. And I got to educate some Hispanic people. I think we in Houston, there is Latino Lives Matter. I hate not know that. Like, do your research. Oh God. Okay, I just glad I do not think like the average person. Because it's just like they miss a lot of spots, okay? They really do when it comes to cases and jump. So anyway, that's all I gotta say, because right now it's over 12 o'clock midnight, and I gotta either do another video, other one, or either go to sleep. Alright? Adios.